Today I'm out here at the summer steer pasture. We're gonna check on the steers, see how they're doing and how they're looking, and I need to do some pasture mowing. That's what's going on today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. So we've got a couple things going on out here in this pasture. We've got some of the sort of dry, noxious weeds like thistle, star thistle, berry vines, things like that that we want to mow off. But then you'll also notice that there is a lot of this spring growth that's still left behind, and that's all headed out, and we're not running enough animals out here for them to really do anything about that. They're just kind of leaving it behind, and that's bad for a couple of reasons. It doesn't look very nice, and the landowner, you know, wants this pasture to look pretty, so we're going to do that. But the other thing is that you've got all these tall seed heads out here. When the steers have got their heads down and they're searching for that good green grass, they're having these seed heads rubbing on their eyes all the time, so the potential for pink eye is definitely here. So with that being said, we're not going to be mowing this down like a golf course. I'm probably going to leave about 4 to 5 inches behind. And since they were just moved out of here yesterday, this is going to have 2 weeks to recover. It'll be really interesting to see how tall that Dallas grass gets in those 2 weeks, especially once we get all of this dead grass out of the way. I'll be mowing some hillsides today, which I know is not a big deal to many of you, but where I live and everything's flat, this is kind of new to me. But the thing that I'm more worried about is all the sprinklers out here. So I think the first thing that I'm gonna have to do is like mow up either side of the sprinkler lines, so that when I'm doing the rest of the field, I know where they are, and hopefully we don't destroy any sprinklers. Well, that took a lot longer than I had planned. I think that I didn't realize this tractor was as small as it is, and it was really kind of underpowered for what we were trying to do. I don't know that I've ever driven a Kubota before, and I actually really like the tractor. The controls were in a good spot. Everything seemed to work the way that I wanted it to. And it was really nice of the landowners to let me use this to mow the pasture, but I think that to mow the other 2 pastures, I might just go ahead and bring my New Holland, because I think I can get that done in about half the time. I think this Kubota is 25 horse, just going off of the model number. It's an L2501. Usually the horsepower number is somewhere in the model number, not always, but judging by the size of it, it's probably 25, 35 horse, somewhere in there. So the problem that I was having is when I would hit those big slugs or big clumps of grass, it would just bog it down so bad. It almost killed it a few times. And you got to kind of slow way down, pick the 3-point up. Whereas I think with my New Holland, which is 60 horse, it should power right through a lot of that stuff. Anyway, let's go check on the steers and see how they're doing. The steers see me coming out here, they're probably thinking I'm gonna move them, even though I just moved them yesterday. But shoot, that's about the only time they see me anymore. The first pasture move out here just didn't go well. You know, it took a lot of chasing and herding, but now that they got the program figured out, boy, all I got to do is open a gate and here they come. So I think these steers look fantastic out here. I call this place like cow heaven, because they've got green grass, more than they can eat. They've got shade. They've got everything they can want out here. See, they're all running for the gate because they think I opened it for them. These steers still have a long way to go before they're ready to harvest. I think number 1 and number 10 are the biggest ones out here. Not by a whole lot, but they're pretty good looking boys. Anyway, good looking bunch of boys here. They just need some more time, so that's what we're going to give them. I feel like those steers don't hardly make it into any videos anymore, but there's really not a whole lot to show. You know, they eat, they grow, and really haven't had any problems with them, which I'm grateful for. But I think that the next time we move pastures, I'm gonna film that, because it's amazing how much better they've gotten. And I can even go not just from one pasture to the one next door, but when we get down to the end, like to the one that we just mowed, I can walk them all the way back to the other side of the ranch, and they don't even bat an eye. They don't try to eat the middle pasture down or anything. They know where they're going. So this pasture doesn't look too great right now. You know, there's a lot of dead grass on the ground and some clumps here and there. I got everything mowed that I could. The only spots that I missed were, there's some rock outcroppings. You know, we're in the foothills here, so it's not uncommon to have little granite rock outcroppings, and obviously you can't mow over those. So and then I skipped down here where the sprinklers are going, because I tried to cut into it a little bit, but where the grass is wet, it doesn't cut very well. And while it's hot today, it's not hot enough to enjoy being sprayed by a sprinkler. I think in a couple weeks, when the guys come back in here, it's gonna look really nice, because by that time the Dallas grass will have had a chance to recover. There's something about cutting grass off that really seems to stimulate the growth. This is gonna be so nice for them now, because they're not gonna have the berry vines and the thistles that we chopped down. Not that there were a ton, but there were some. I was good. I didn't hit any sprinklers with the mower, but while I was out here, I did find 2 sprinklers that the steers broke. So as much as I'm ready to go home, I think that I'm gonna run and get the sprinkler parts and fix those real quick while I'm here. And then that's just one less thing that I have to worry about. Okay, the first sprinkler is gonna be easy to find because it's right here by the gate. But I know I saw another one that was broken into a few pieces, and I kind of know about where it was, but I might have to hunt for that one a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem right there. What's strange about this broken sprinkler is, as you can see, that the head is broken off at the threads, but I do not see the head here anywhere. And I don't think that a cow would like carry that off like a dog would, so I guess I don't know, I need to find that. I don't know, that's strange. I've been looking for this for a couple minutes off camera and it's just not here. I've got some new heads that I can put on, but man, that's weird. Okay, that one was a pretty easy repair. I'm always gonna wonder what happened to that sprinkler head, but oh well, I'll probably get over it. Now, I gotta go find that other one.